Did not mean to do that. All right. Let's go ahead and shift everything around a little bit because it always defaults to right over my screen, which is not the most helpful. All right. Are there any? Oh, a couple of notable changes I think from last time is I did decide. I just pulled the trigger on making him a wolf skin because I'm not going to use him till I get the beast stone anyway. I committed to Orochi being awful. Uh, Kaze, Saizo, and Kagero in their new classes. Wi-Fi 5. There we go. That should be better. So, we're just going to skip a lot of the preamble for this one, because I hate this map. Oh yeah, don't worry. We're getting some use out of Saizo. Hopefully he gets a couple of strength level ups, because it did put him in a samurai, which is not great for those, but I have dreams. I could bring Setsuna. She is currently my only archer. I know, Heresy taking Azura off the team, but honestly, I want my dancers to be getting a lot of use, or not my dance, a lot of use to be getting a lot of use, so we'll say Azura's doing alright for now. We'll save her for when we need her. Anyone else I'd want to bring? Orochi's not bad for this map. Kagero and Kaze are both... Oh, I want Takumi in here somewhere. Hana, you can take a seat on the bench. You might stay there for a while, but that's fine. You'll get your use, I promise. Oh, that was pair up, not swap. Oh, I think we're good here. Because I think we get... What's her face? Reina? The promoted Pegasus Knight for this map, for this army. Alright, we can fall back and make a nice defensive wall. We'll let you use the Steel Club. You've earned it. We'll actually have you rally here, because these two will probably be in range this turn. Once we move these out of the way. Oh, yeah. Rinka, I'm alright with you taking a hit, so we'll have you parked right here. And of course, nobody actually hit him, so he didn't get a fun counter.
At last.
Reina is a really good unit. It's a shame she doesn't really have a personality beyond murder.
Huh? I am Reina.
Yeah, we got some birthright specifically here.
Hmm? Oh my.
Yep, the fact that she only supports Korn for some reason, which I still don't understand. Oh, she's actually kind of cracked even with her terrible strength on this map. I always forget that. We'll go for the 83. show me strength. Please. Setsuna. Please. Oh, we got the Freak Throwing Club. I will just take you out, because Reina's probably going to get a lot of work. Pre-promotes in Fate's usually pretty good. Unless your name's Gunter, but... Oh, is that, yeah, it's the Malignite. 22. Okay, you have 14 resistance, you're fine. We'll let Oboro be your backup. We'll let Hayato can't be hers safely, so Hayato will be in the wings for now. And I could use this to reduce their speed, but it also reduces your avoid by 20, which, I don't want to do that. We will drop you there. Ow. I did block myself off from rallying. That's not the end of the world, honestly. No damage, Rinka. Very nice. Three, 6. Terrible. Honestly, kind of terrible. 10, 20. Do you kill with your Iron Yumi? Oh, yeah, you do. Let's just do some chip. Yeah, we got more Birthrights today. The best one is Conquest. I feel like that's pretty uncontested. Because Birthright is not good. Which makes it even funnier. This is the one I'm currently playing through. And I don't like Revelations that much either. Hey, Steph, good to see you. Ooh, I don't love those odds. Three, 6, 9. Oof. You have 11 speed. Run's not going too bad. Who gives a lot of speed? Myrmidons? Make you a 17, which even with the -5, I believe, doubles? Or -3. No, that doesn't. Because I think this is a 5 speed. I'm terrible at remembering what different speed thresholds are. Yeah, I reclassed a lot of people. The run's going pretty good currently, except I might lose somebody this turn to this absolutely terrifying Malignite. The thing is even if she doubles, she would just barely do. I am willing to try this because Saizo's not going to be doing much. Yeah, Fate's... Oh, thank God. Thank God I was wrong about the math. Because this Malignite could have killed somebody. Fates has a lot of positives. I'm a firm believer that it has some of the best gameplay in the franchise. I do wish the classes were more even, because boy oh boy are some of them real good and some of them really bad. And some... Also the units, which have the same problem. Like poor Setsuna here. Yeah, the writing in general is very poor quality. There are some gems in the rough, but the rest of it is rough. Not even just from Awakening. A lot of the characters are copy and paste of other characters in the game, like the fact that Reina and Perry are just the same character. No, hard disagree on that. Engage's story is boring, but at least it's competently told. The amount of things that happen purely for plot in Fates is ridiculous. Yeah, the counterparts absolutely suck. I'm a firm believer that introducing Lord characters and retainers was maybe the worst decision in Fire Emblem, especially when they make half of them just boring as sin. Uh, can you double one of these guys in melee? Not really. You will just delete one. Yeah, Engage doubled down on a lot of the bad decisions of Fates. But at least the writing there, while boring, is better. Which is a sad thing I have to say, but it is progress for them. Oh, that was Swap, not the one I wanted. That's probably fine. How do I want to handle up here? We will heal you. Move you up, actually, because I want to see if I have any Bloom Festivals in here. I do. Okay. So don't burn all my good ones. I apologize in advance for people who love this game. I promise I do think it has some good qualities. It's just... I think the bad tends to outweigh the good with this one. Swap around like so. Hey, thank you. Well, let's not call it Fate's love. Fate's hate appreciation. Yeah. I also think Fates gets a lot more negative attention than it really deserves. Because while I will absolutely tear the writing of this game apart, some people take it a little too far. Transfer, attack. If you're looking for additional things to enjoy in it, I highly recommend checking out Game Banana. It has a bunch of mods and minor tweaks that can make your gameplay just either really wild, like we have Wyvern Knight Hayato, or just some minor fun little twists. This is actually just regular Birthright. It's been a hot minute since I played through all of Fates, and I wanted to Ironman it. So I kind of picked the easy one, because I figured at the very least if I can make it to Ryoma, I can turn my brain off. Fun fact, Corrin is not the reason Smash fans hate Fire Emblem. Smash fans have always hated Fire Emblem. I'm a big fan of the easy class seals, just so that you can try characters out in different fun classes like this. So we have just a bunch of people in weird classes. There's a lot of HD retexture ones, and fun things along that line. So minor thing, as someone who's been in the Smash community a fair bit, Smash fans hate Fire Emblem characters specifically because of Marth. Because Marth was just absurdly dominant for a short period of time in the competitive. It might have been Brawl or Melee, I never remember which of the two. And they have never let that go. They will hold on to that till their dying breath. Alright. Can you one round one of these? Oh, yeah. 85's decent. We could make it a little higher, though. So we could do one of these. And now you have a 95. Yeah, little secret about Obro, she's just cracked. Oh yeah, most of them probably don't even know what Fire Emblem actually is. They just hate the fact that it has so many representatives in Smash. Yeah, Kimchi Knight Obro is going to be fun. Conquest. Conquest has maybe the closest to a competent story in all of Fates. Because it certainly isn't Revelations. It's sad that I get to put Birthright in second for this category. One day she'll get that 15% crit. Tsubaki can have this one. Conquest is the one I enjoy and think is worth playing. Birthright is the one I recommend to new people because it's easy. You get the basics of Fire Emblem down, and it's a good introduction to the combat system specifically for Conquest. Or sorry, not Conquest. Fates. And Revelations is bad. Oh yeah, the Smash community takes a lot of things too far, but especially when we got to Byleth's introduction, it was... Oh boy, it was a bad time to be on the internet. Oh, I just realized I am on the wrong setup for Tickfinity. So let me fix that real quick. There we go. That should be correct now. Yeah, Three Houses, I love the game to death, but it is a bad first Fire Emblem game because it does not set you up for the other ones. I love the Golden Deer. Number one, you get a complete story. Sadly, that's not the case for all of them. Ooh, pretty good level up. Nice. And Claude is my favorite of the Lords, no contest. Fear the Deer. I am really excited for Fortune's Weave, the new Fire Emblem, because it looks like it could potentially take some of the best aspects of Three Houses, and if it mixes them with some of the best aspects of older Fire Emblem games, then oh boy, we'll have a great game on our hands, and a good Fire Emblem. I have no idea how to figure out the timeline for that, so I'm just going to wait for the game to come out, because, honestly, you could tell me it takes place 5 minutes after, the start of Three Houses, and I would probably believe you, and also be very confused, because Fire Emblem does a lot of weird stuff with time travel. Ooh, crit from Hayato. No doubling from over there. That's a little sad. These are Peg Knights, but still. Engage is a hard game for me to call bad, because the gameplay for it is excellent. It's the writing and the characters that I really don't like any of. Yeah, Black Eagles, I think are good. I wish they finished it. Because the fact that it just kind of ends with no real resolution for the lizard people, for lack of it, those who slither in the dark. And the fact that you just kind of never really get any follow-up to that is annoying. This is Fire Emblem Birthright. Oops. I don't know, it doesn't give the vibes of the Elmira that's been painted so far in the supports and what little information we got over the course of the game. Nah. I think the best thing about Three Houses is there is no perfect route. There is no route where everyone lives, because fundamentally, Edelgard and Dimitri were never going to make it to the end together. They are just two entirely different people who want two entirely different things, and that's okay. And I think that's one of the best things Three Houses did. Is that, yeah, your choices will determine who live and who die, but also the fact that it's not your choices. It's Edelgard and Dimitri's choices before you even get to the game. You just essentially pick which of the two of them you like more at that point. I don't think it's needed for it to be a good game, but for specifically for Three Houses, I do think so. I don't know. I hate Warriors games because I played way too much Hyrule Warriors, and now I've been spoiled, so none of them seem that good. Because I tried to play the first Fire Emblem Warriors, hated it because, well, it was more Fate's Awakening at a time where I was really tired of both of them. And then I think the FE1 cast is adequate, but I would not center a game on them. And that was kind of what the game did. Also, poor Saizo has been a backpack this entire map. Yeah, the fact that you have to sit through the entire Academy phase is what keeps a lot of people from replaying Three Houses, and I get it. As someone who finished all 4 routes, I get it. A genealogy remake could be neat, because it might finally get me to actually sit down and finish the game, but I also wouldn't be sad if we never got a genealogy remake, because genealogy's just kind of a weird game with a lot of kind of dumb things to say about people. I never finished Genealogy or Thracia, so I can't speak to whether or not to be fine together, but I get the feeling I probably wouldn't enjoy them being packaged together, just like I'm a firm believer that we shouldn't get 6 and 7 repackaged together because they're two wildly different games. Just because the core things that make Blazing Sword and Binding Blade unique are wildly different. That I don't think you can really effectively do them as the same game. This is Fire Emblem Fate's the Birthright path specifically.
Look me in the eye. I owe you one.
They could, but I think it would make for a worse game is the problem. Because you can't really follow up on a lot of the storylines in specifically FE7 because FE6 makes most of the people in central to the storylines villains. Like, you can't get a good ending with Zephiel because he's the main villain, even though you meet him and you find out it's really his dad's fault. Oh no. The second they announce a Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn remaster / remake, whatever, I will be so excited because those are my favorites. But also, you look at Sakai and Etruria, I think is the name of it. They're the villains. Or they're, at the very least, assist the villains. It's been a hot minute since I played through all of FE6, damn. Howdy. Yeah, Path of Radiance is coming to that. They have not announced if any Wii games are coming to that. Their virtual console thing. Right now I have the easy seals and I think I have the HD textures repackage for Birthright specifically. Those are the only mods I really have for this one. That was a lot more damage than I thought. Well, rip Obero. My B. I should have checked your speed. Damn. So yeah, for anyone who wasn't here for when we lost Mosey, we aren't resetting for anyone. And that sucks, because Obero's one of the Birthright characters I like. Damn. Oh, 21 speed. No wonder. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to take that risk on Hayato. Okay, we have an 87 and a 71%, and you only take 8 in retaliation. I should have had Hayato in this range. Hayato could have tanked that. The one of the 2 mods I have used, the easy class seals. It gives you class seals for each of the base classes, and I have essentially just reclassed a bunch of people into whatever seemed fun at the time. Like we have Samurai Saizo. Yeah, that I was really looking forward to that. Actually using Obro as something other than just a Spearmaster for once, because I always put her into Spearmaster. We have Knight Tsubaki, who's been actually kind of cracked. I'm still thinking about that Obro. Fun fact, they did. They remade Fire Emblems 1 and 3. We only got one of them for some reason. Well, I mean, the reason because it didn't sell well. But the FE3 remake is actually pretty solid. It's just a shame that Chris is in it. And if they did remake them, I don't know that a lot of people would like them, because FE1 and FE3 are weird games. Shadow Dragon is a good example of what FE1 jank is kind of like. I'm still mad at myself for that. She didn't need to be in that guy's range. Yeah, but that's honestly just kind of par for the course for Fire Emblem at this point. Any game that's not on the newest console is hard to get and hard to get into. Yeah, I think it's a good game for people to get to experience, because New Mystery Emblem is a fine Fire Emblem, even if I'm personally not a fan of it. I also just really don't like Chris, because I think they're tied for the worst avatar with Byleth, which is sad, because Chris has a lot more lines. It could be because I'm actually a big fan of Marth as a character. Like, Shadow Dragon made me adore Marth as a character when you get to his home and you get to see him having to hide his grief so that his people can celebrate. Yeah, and I'll hate a lot of them because they keep making them boring. Is it so hard to get another Robin? An avatar with a character to them? It shouldn't be that much of an ass, should it? I just want to be able to care. Alright, I think I can, with these guys only dealing 0, just have Hayato deal with them. And I will have Reina switch to Saizo. I'm still mad at Obro's death. I'm probably gonna be a little salty about that this whole stream. Yeah, Marth, incredible character, despite the fact that he was originally written by Kaga.
More fuel for the fire.
Alear has, like a lot of Engage, potential to be really good. But then they focused really hard on wanting to do an anniversary game and kind of forgot that that anniversary game needed some solid writing to it. And I think they just kind of put most of the writing off until they realized, oh, the game ships in a month, huh? Yeah, Alear, as essentially a fell dragon who rejected their heritage, incredible concept. Stupid design because I hate the Colgate look. But that's personal. Some people liked it. It grew on some people. I fully get that. But then you get to their character. And they're just kind of Corrin, but again. And Corrin wasn't that interesting. Oh, Marth is incredible. Sorry. Yeah, I liked the theming of it, but I think it's another problem with Engage's writing where I wish there was some actual interesting things to say about identity with it, other than just, I'm choosing to be different. Which, yeah, it's a good message, but I kind of wish there was something more, like, meaty to chew on with that narrative, other than just maybe like keeping some of the aspects he appreciated from his time as one of Sombron's children, or remembering the message of, or remembering the loss of lives of his siblings, which kind of just glossed over the fact that Sombron killed a lot of his kids. Yeah, this HD retexture for this has been incredible so far. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Lucina writing fan, but I do think very solid. I can see the appeal. Yeah, you might be able to tell I'm not the biggest Fates fan. So I'm kind of just going into this one with the mindset of having a little bit of fun, doing a little bit of trolling.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I've heard Lunatic Engage is really good. I'm not good enough at Engage to try it, but I look forward to one day doing it when I sit down and actually learn the mechanics properly. I agree with part of that. I think it had a lot of potential coming into it. I don't think it had particularly good maps. I think a lot of Engage's maps really coast on the fact that they're gimmick maps, but unfortunately a lot of their gimmicks just aren't very good. I mean, if you want just a really good way to play Awakening right now, Thebes Overwritten was real good. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way, Glazed Glory. Very kind of you. I want more variance with our lords, essentially, is what it is. Because I love the three distinct personalities each of the lords in three houses. Yeah, this is Fire Emblem Fates, specifically the Birthright path. If you want to be mad about the name, very valid. It's really dumb that they split this game into three and made it hard to find each of them. So Cessna gained like 4 levels this map, and none of them have been in strength. Hey, never mind. Yeah, Crom only having supports with, what is it? Rickon? I don't even think he has Vake support. Or no, he does have Vake support. Which, thank God, because that's his boy. But it's Mirabelle, Sully, Sumia, and Olivia, I think, are the 4 he has. And then Frederick. Ooh, test my awakening knowledge with this one. It's Frederick, Vake, and Gaius. And I think that's all of his non-Robin supports. Oh yeah, there's definitely a stinker map in every Fire Emblem game. I can go down the list. There are some stinky maps. Yeah, the fact that Crom can't bond with more of his high-tier male soldiers, terrible choice. Imagine him and Longku hanging out.
That was easy.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Lunatic Fire Emblem.
Takumi.
My Lord Takumi.
Please, stab him. Thank you. Stab him again.
Die already!
Cordelia, I think, could have had an A support with Crom, and I would have loved that, where she just realized they're not compatible, and that would have been great. Yeah. But Muriel Crom, that's fun. I might do that in Thebes Overwritten, because that's doable, after I do Anna Crom, because that one just seems funny.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah, Engage and Awakening are definitely the kings of ambush spawns, just making any high difficulty unfun. But Conquest also has a lot of really dumb skill combos that make high-level play unfun. I just want to be challenged without it being like, okay, this enemy has 15 unique skills unique to only enemies, weapons that only enemies can use, and all that fun stuff.
What?
I have high hopes for Fortune's Weave. I'm hoping it pulls a lot from both older Fire Emblem and Three Houses. I honestly would also love if it pulled a bit from Engage's combat style, because it's great.
I see.
Yeah, I still gotta get the gay pack working with Thebes Overwritten. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, Engage didn't have A3? I'm gonna be honest, I think I only played through Engage twice, so I could be forgetting, but yeah, that's good to know. But yeah, Three Houses, I don't like its higher difficulties either.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I do appreciate that in a lot of her supports, she does get to move on past Prom. I just kind of wish that was a thing you could do in her support with Prom. Oh, hey, Kagura, I honestly forgot we didn't get you next map. Frederick also has some of the best supports with everyone. Like, Frederick and Pan is one of my favorite supports in all of Awakening. Where you find out he's just afraid of bunnies. Alright, what buildings can we upgrade? We can buy the Einherjar shop, but I don't really need it. We'll build the puppets and that stuff later. Maybe we'll build them now, because I don't really care to upgrade Lilith's Temple. We'll put them places I never go. So right there. Yeah, Pan so far, I think, has been my favorite of the Beast Tribe people after the Lagoos. Because, maybe a hot take. Keaton and Caden kind of boring, in my opinion. Ooh, Pan and Vake would be fun. Oh, I should have moved that. I probably want to put something there eventually, but that's fine. And then we'll just throw one here. Actually, do I even have any buildings I care about after this point? I don't know, but we'll see. We got Rinka Tsubaki. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a lot of Fate's characters. They have good core, like Rinka, but a lot of the supports don't really flesh anything out about them out. Oh, thank you, Vibe, for the follow. Gregor has no bad supports. Gregor is only peak. Yeah. Caden unfortunately falls into the category of a unit who I don't like using, who character didn't really grab me, so I never really dug too deep into him. He is pretty. I'll give Fates this. A lot of their men, very pretty. A lot of their women too, but that's kind of Fire Emblem. I'll have to check out. I remember liking the Tharja Longku support, which is rare for me to like a Tharja support. What Well, we might as well just hop right in so we don't dwell on the fact that I got Opero killed, but yeah, also, fun fact for anyone who wasn't here for my Awakening playthrough, Tharja is my least favorite character in Awakening, and in my bottom 5 for the franchise.
All right. No. Ah. Yes.
That is nice. That is nice. I hate the fact that I chuckle every time someone just says broccoli in this, even though I did it to myself.
Unbelievable.
Rickon would probably be in my top 5 least favorite units in Fire Emblem Awakening. If I remembered he was in that game. Boy, is he a forgettable mage. No real good reclassing options.
I don't think.
Kind of mid stats, comes in lower level than Muriel should be by the time you're there. And the only thing he really shows for it is an Elwyn tome that you can immediately give to Robin or Muriel.
What was that? Yes. I see. Azura?
I also hate this plot point because oh my god, would this never happen? Yeah, if Hayato wasn't honestly kind of decent as a Wyvern Knight, he would 100% have been a character I killed intentionally. Yeah, Conquest version's my personal favorite, but Lost in Thoughts All Alone in general is good.
I believe in you. Uh-huh. No need to worry. Thank you.
Problems.
Boy, it sure would be an interesting time for Azura to reveal she also had issues with the fact that she couldn't say goodbye to her mom.
What?
Now let's just move past that.
Oh. Yes. Understood. Hmm?
Huh?
Elise. Father. Okay.
Yeah, I think Elise is probably one of the better siblings, I guess would be a way to put it. Because she's definitely one of the more fleshed out ones. Groans of increasing discomfort. There's the meme, guys.
All right.
And then somehow it just didn't work. But it will in some other paths. Oh yeah, the Nora version is incredible. And the fact that we didn't get a full version of that is sad.
Elise. What was that?
No. Well.
Huh?
This is Fire Emblem Birthright.
What? Enough.
No, I will not. Thank God that plot point's done.
Mercy.
I think this one came out in 2016, but I'm also really bad at that. Time is fake. Please don't make me think about it. But it came out for the 3DS, so. Okay, no. Actually, yes. We are undeploying anyone who doesn't fly. Because we are not fighting on this map. Let's see. There's one item I want. The hammer. 3,000 gold would be kind of nice, but... Yeah, the art style for this one's actually really good. Okay, I might do a little bit of fighting on this one. We'll see. Oh, yeah. I can't change your inventory, right? No, which is dumb. They could just make him undeployable, but now they gotta make him suck. Because then I could have brought Hinata and given him his Beast Stone. This is actually an escape map, so we just gotta get our Lord Broccoli here up to this top point. Which I'm going to be doing by running the heck away. Because, I think it's starting on turn 1. Xander spawns over here, and he will just kill your characters. Alright. I need to bring just enough people to reliably get down here and take him out. Which means I need someone who has a sword rank with an armor slayer. I don't see much reason to bring Orochi for this one, just because I am terrified. And then we'll bring some healers. Yeah, there's a lot of really good Fire Emblem games. You are going to be paired up here, because I need you on the very last turn to pick this chest. Yeah, the fact that Echoes is the only game with that style, kind of a crime. Because it is gorgeous. This is Fire Emblem Fate's Birthright. I might go for some of the child units soon. I wanted to get most of the units because I think the only ones left are... Dark DD2 is really good. I'm working my way through Dark DD1 so I can get to it. Originally for the 3DS, but allegedly if you were a sailor of the Seven Seas, you can get it on PC. Hinoka, I'm going to have you steal a brass katana for this map. Whoops, I did not mean to store that. I meant to equip that. I'll give you a steel Naginata just for some power. Why have you not had the javelin this entire time? I promise I'm actually half decent at these games, guy. Alright. So you're good. Broccoli's going to be coming up to join you. I believe it's just Ryoma and Scarlet after this. But I wanted to get Caden because I could not for the life of me remember who his daughter is until I saw his face. Because it's Selkie, if I remember correctly. Alright, we got 19 defense. So the archers barely hurt us to can't hurt us. You'll hurt a lot, but you can't double. You'll be on standby until I figure out who needs speed. Oh, I should have brought a Zero for this. And we will rally so that you can't get crit. 4, 8. What can Broccoli do? 16, 32. But we die if he touches us. That's the fun part. I don't. I don't pair Caden with anyone in this game. Very often, Caden goes immediately onto the bench and is never thought about again. We'll go for some paper. Apologies if you hear that beeping in the background. That's my dehumidifier.
All right.
There's 3 modes for this one. There's classic mode where if someone goes down, they stay down. There's casual mode where if someone goes down, you get them at the end of the battle. And then this game introduced a controversial option called Phoenix mode, where at the start of the next turn, they stand back up. But I'm playing on classic mode because I wanted to do a fun little challenge for the stream for this. And it's been a hot minute since I played this specific Fire Emblem. So this game can be pretty forgiving. Unless you're Conquest. We don't talk about Conquest. Conquest is brutal.
Silence!
Yeah, I don't know why Silas thought he was the guy who was going to talk Xander down, but I respect it. I love Conquest, but good lord, is it punishing for your first time. Alright, we take 10. We counter for 3. Perfectly fine. So let me show you the ungodly horror that was just unleashed. 36 damage, 15 speed, so he doesn't even get doubled by most people. And he deals extra damage if you're full health when he hits you. He's got a 1 to 2 range sword, and he has 27 defense and 38 health. You can defeat him on this map. It's possible. I've done it once or twice. You're not gonna. Parry's fine. She's really weak, and Xander's decent. But they are not the threats here. Alright, we will switch you here. Pull you back. And just throw the javelin for some free damage. And then Armor Slayer does 19. Does that reduce your speed? No, so why doesn't it double? Oh, are you 1 speed short of doubling? So we'll give you Caden. Yeah, I do miss visiting other people for your castles and just dropping off stuff. I thought that was a fun feature. We also just got hit by 25%, so let it be known,
Help me grow stronger.
I hate Fates' numbers, because it seems like the enemies will always hit those low ones on my really squishy units. Alright, we got the hammer. We will heal you. Use you to switch, trade the hammer up, and go a bonkin'. Honestly, the sheer amount of shenanigans you can get up to with pair-up chains and trade chains in this game, kind of peak. Alright. With any luck, we should be able to keep him from stealing all of the good stuff. I actually have an interesting change in this, because I used to be wait until 20, they promote when they are max level person. Recently, I have been dipping lower and lower. I think the lowest I've let a unit promote was like level 10. It really is game dependent for me now. But I've also had a few units that I have just specifically wanted early. My default now is about 15. Hey, Guts, I've actually been highly enjoying seeing your streams. Unfortunately, I keep catching them when I'm at work, so I can't stay too long. But for anyone who wants a really good Fire Emblem streamer, go check Guts out. He's fantastic. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. Very kind of you. Yeah. Dude, I was having a blast watching, I think it was Binding Blade was the one I caught for your first stream. I was on break at work, so I just popped that and I was like, hell yeah. Go for the brass katana. Yeah, usually if I'm just doing a casual playthrough, I promote around 15. For this one, I was playing on hard mode because I strongly dislike lunatic mode. Yeah. And also, I hadn't played this particular Fire Emblem in the better part of a decade to the end. Hey, Kai, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. Alright. She's doing a good job dodge tanking, so I will take it. Okay, they're doubling back, which is perfect. We will be able to end this whenever we want with broccoli. I should be taking this a little more seriously, because Birthright is an easy game, but hard mode is kind of no joke, and you do have a lot of scary enemies mixed in. But also, it's really hard to take Birthright seriously in terms of difficulty. Hey, thank you, Max, for the follow. Very kind of you. Yeah, I think I beat 3... No, I don't think I finished that run. I tried to beat 3 Houses Maddening mode, and I got really late in, and then I just got so burned out. Alright, we might need to drop the rogue after he picks the chest, but that shouldn't be the end of the world. Ooh, you're starting up 3 houses. That's gonna be fun. You, sir, are a braver man than I. Maddening mode scares me. Hinoka, you are spoiling me with these level ups. Cavalier Hinoka, maybe new meta strat.
Trust me.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that message pop up when I was right next to it. That's pretty funny. That second archer concerns me. What are the odds? 15. So we could take him and just separate him out. But Hanoka here. And Rinka, can you take him out then? You just need to hit an 88. Hell yeah. Okay, that makes me feel a lot better about doing something potentially dumb. Yeah, you only have 5 moves, so it's not super worth switching because Caden is not going to be a fighter. Okay, how much damage do you take from him? 13 times 2. So if we do hit him, we need the throwing club. Crap baskets. Well, if we lose Hayato here, we lose Hayato here. I won't be sad about Rajat not being a permanent member of the team. Okay. So they're all charging, but that's fine. There is only one enemy on this map I care about killing this turn. Oh yeah, this is a full Ironman. We have so far lost Mozu, who became a Cavalier and then immediately perished. And last map we lost Obero, who was a Pegasus Knight, to essentially me putting her in danger for no reason. Alright, we got the money, we got the Draco Shield, now we can just pick up free experience. I, for the longest time, did not believe in the Fire Emblem Cavalier curse, but it's becoming common. I'm getting scared. Thank you, Jacob, for continuing to be cracked. And a good level up on top of it. I will take that. I want to be mad about him not leveling strength, but he's also just shredding a knight's health, so I can't be too mad. I'm happy to hear that. I have tried like 3 separate times to get a Lowen going, and unfortunately he's usually missing 1 or 2 points of strength and speed. Just that little bit that keeps him from being top tier. Alright, you are going to double back and just take this man out. Yeah, I might keep the Hinoka Tsubaki pair going, just because, number one, they've been real good together. They help each other with their best stuff. And number 2, it gives us red-haired, not Cordelia, which I think is funny. And now we're going to run away.
No escape.
Think again. Xander, the only character I actually consider to be entirely threatening through most of Conquest.
Stop! Elise!
Stand down.
Oh, we could do something real funny with Keldori. We could give her the knight skill, or general skill that makes it so you can only, every person can only attack once, and then keep her in a speed palace. Yeah, Conquest using Xander feels so good until he gets hit by a mage and just melts. But it's still so good. I'm a sucker for a unit with weaknesses. That's why I don't like using Ryoma that much. Not too bad. We've had 2 unfortunate losses in Cavalier Mozu, and most recently Sky Knight Obero. Man, trying to remember what class I put everyone in is messing me up. But it's not been too bad outside of that. We did just escape this chapter without a unit perishing to Xander, so.
Thank you. Oh.
Don't worry, this will not be explained at all in this path.
Azura? No. Hmm? My apologies. I trust. Let's go.
Alright. Chapter 13, I believe, is Cheve, which at the end of it we get Ryoma and Scarlet.
Oh, you're here.
But we have pretty much all the male units now, other than Ryoma. And, spoiler alert, Shiro's not getting used. Shiro kinda sucks. I would not be surprised if he dies on his join map. I trust you to not lose this Jade. Please don't prove me wrong. Oh, that's kind of funny. I think because of the reverb they put on the Beast folk, anyone who wasn't one originally doesn't get a quick quote for it. That sentence took me way longer to say than I thought it would. Crit, quote, crit. Alright, we can upgrade the resource points. I could upgrade Lilith's temple, but we're not going to get invaded, and I'm really only going to do the invasions for support grinding, so. Here's some glasses, nerd. Alright, we got Hayato Satsuno. That could maybe be fun. I don't actually remember that much about either of their characters for this one. This is Birthright, yeah. Great name, by the way. Golden Deer Teeth? Now, Setsuno is kind of a stone cold thug. I respect it. Oops. Counterpoint, you guys could have walked. I do kind of like that, where they kind of reflect on a moment where they had some tension. That's interesting character. Yes, I don't remember if there's a reason why Tsubaki is counted as special, if they just kind of ignore that for the sake of not having classes be gender locked in this game, even though there's still some that are. But yeah. All right, so we get to pick some pairings. I think this is actually just easier to do when I'm looking at them in a map for me. Ooh, we lost a challenge. That's unfortunate. All right. So who do we feel like pairing with who? Also, you think you're going to get to stay at Kitsune. What do we want to make Caden? Because his stats honestly pretty good. We do need a new Sky Knight. Oh yeah, that's right. Shigure, who is also voiced by Matt Mercer, is Skynet. So yeah, I think they do just fully ignore that, huh? Yeah, I wish gender locked classes were just kind of not a thing, and they let the dudes be grummaries too. Because imagine some of them slaying in that dress. Yeah, they have the Dragonstone, but I believe that is specifically core unlocked, or in our case, broccoli. Listen, don't get me started on Matthew Mercer. I love that man. He was my inspiration for DMing for a bit. I think we'll go Sky Knight for him. Oh yeah, I forgot Kana can also use them because I don't use Kana a lot, which may be a crime. We'll see. Maybe Kana will be good this run. Depends on who her parents are. Is that Greg Chun, I think is his name? I might be wrong about who I'm thinking of. If that's not the actual voice, or was he the old voice? I forget. I'm not on Twitter, but yeah, we got pairings. Takumi, who can you support with? Because I want you. Oh yeah, we have Felicia, who's also going to be coming in, but that's fine. So unfortunately, we can't do Mozu. Kagero could be neat. Unfortunate. Orochi could be neat. Hana could be neat. Rinka could be neat. Yeah, I have Broccoli picking up a bunch of magic, so that when I switch her back into Hoshiden Noble, she's going to be just an absolute nuke with the Dragonstone. Lucas from Echoes, I think is where he's from, if I'm thinking of the right guy. I believe he was the red soldier you get, who is just a great character. An Ironman challenge is just, if a unit perishes in battle, I don't go back and reset for them. Whoops. We'll do Kagero Takumi, because that's one I don't think I've done, and at the very least we can see what the C support looks like. Oh, that's fun. I wish I could get more into Fe, but the heavy incentive on spending money and me kind of having bad impulse control is a bad combo. We can bring Tsubaki, and where is Hinoka? Because those two are already on a good start. We'll do Rinka Kaze, number one, because Gord likes that pairing a lot, number two, because I like that pairing a lot. And also because it means we get to see Buff Boy Kaze. We got three more. I like Azama a lot. I think I'm going to pair him with Broccoli. Yeah, I stayed in Fe up until I think the Black Knight got his Christmas ult was the last time I played. We'll do Hayato Orochi just because I think that's probably the only magic-based pairing I really care about. And it'll give Orochi some survivability. Yeah, I would love to know more about Reyna's character. Boy, isn't that a shame. The worst thing Fates in Awake getting introduced was units who only have one support. No, that's entirely valid. I have seen that it's a very fun game to pass the time with. It's just my dumb goblin brains being like, ooh, you could pull for these characters a million times and spend money. And that's just really bad when I don't have a lot of extra money to throw around at the moment. So I uninstalled it for that reason alone. It's not that I still think the game's pretty good. Valid. The fact that he's not a buy option still makes me mad. You can't change my mind on Claude and Dimitri should have been buy options alongside Hildegard. The fact that our best one, best male option that wasn't kind of weird age gappy was, oh, I feel bad for not remembering his name because I actually really like him. Green Boy from Black Eagles. Linhart.
Fare thee well.
Yeah, we have Wyvern Hayato, who has been kind of cracked, honestly. I just randomized, well, not randomized, but changed a bunch of people's classes around to what seemed fun at the time. And Obro mostly just because this is the only other magic class. Yeah, the fact that Alois is a married man and he's one of the only male-on-male options. And Gilbert abandoned his family and sucks, so, you know, not great off the bat. Yeah, the presentation for this Game & Awakening is so good.
Oh,
And Echoes, too, but Echoes kind of in a caliber all on its own for presentation. That game is gorgeous.
that was easy.
Yeah, I guess you could call it Dilfrap, I suppose. Yeah, I love Three Houses. It's just, I struggle to recommend it as a Fire Emblem game because it's so different from the rest of the franchise. Hey, you'll love to see that. Listen, I love Alois. He was one of my favorite characters. Why they gotta make him married? They could have just not made him married. Still let me romance him. Yeah, I adore all of the GBA Fire Emblems. My personal favorite being 7, just because I'm weird like that. And objectively, not the greatest game, but I find it fun. That's fair. Conquest was a lot of fun, as long as you weren't playing it on the highest difficulty to start, like I did. I'm like, oh, I played through Birthright. How different can they be? Very, very different. I think just setting this up so that she can get one next round is fine. Yeah, can we not miss 89s? Maybe? Hey, thank you for the follow, Astro Junkie. Very kind of you. Hit him with the Rat Man. Honestly, if you don't want to reset for the reset for him, I just recommend playing casual mode. It's perfectly serviceable. My buddy Tom plays on that mode, and he highly enjoys it. I think as long as you're having fun, that's the important bit. Engage has some of the best gameplay in the entire franchise. I will die on this hill. That is the conclusion of my list of positive. There's a lot more positive I can say about Engage. Like, I think it has probably the best balanced reclassing system, and yeah, the weapons in that game, fantastic. I do like the balance they struck with them. Allegedly, if you were looking to play this game extra legally and didn't want Nintendo fighting out, Citra Nightly is a pretty good program for it. Works on apparently both PC and mobile. Pretty good. And fun fact, you can mod both, so you can do a bunch of little fun extra things. And if you're looking for a good place to find mods, Game Banana could be a good one. Might be where I go. Could be, could not be. I'm going to end this bit because I don't know how much higher my voice can go with that inflection. Listen, Rinka, Kaze would love you even if you weren't shredded with an 8-pack. Being shredded with an 8-pack just kind of helps. Hey, thank you, trans friend. Very kind of you. They're at B.
Yeah.
I'll do.
I also gotta remember to cook meals in this game more often because they are very important.
I am at.
Alright. We will do Jade. Either way, I should be able to upgrade one of my tomes this time around, so that's good. Hey, Kaze hit this time. Oh yeah, this game and Awakening had an incredible Street Pass feature where you could actually battle other people's teams. And I thought that was cool as heck. Until I found the guys who knew how to cheat and never beat them. They just kind of sat around for a while until they disappeared. I loved Street Pass. Or swap 5 coral for 1 more amber. And we can forge Ratman to level 2. 7 might Ratman. We can forge an iron Naginata. Get it 8 might, that's pretty nice. And I gotta remember that this is the screen where you name things. So we have Pokestick. Listen, same. I went to a decent-sized high school, so I would street pass like 50 people just bringing my 3DS to school. That's pretty fun. I have no idea who most people I street passed were. Alright, I need a name for a spear, though. Because we already did Pokestick, and that's my go-to. Videos with the 3DS kind of peak. 3DS in general is just kind of a peak system. You know what? In her honor, this will be the Rip Mozu. We could also do a steel Naginata, but that's a bit much, maybe. Setsuna could upgrade her Iron Yumi. I will purchase a Switch 2 when I need to, which will probably be when Fire Emblem comes out. But good lord, in this economy, that's a ways out. We can buy an Iron Yumi and 1 Iron Naginata to buff.
Take your time looking around.
We will give you... Why did I do this to myself? Now I have to name a second Lance. Do we just start naming them after the people that perish? Is this the Rip Overo? Iron Nagitu is pretty good. Oops. Nagi match. Yeah, we'll go for Iron Nagi too. Could do squared, but I think the 2 is funnier. And then Setsuna, who has Yeet 2.0. I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was the Fire Emblem character Nagi. I have not actually seen Blue Lock. I actually don't watch a lot of sports anime in general. I could probably change that. It's essentially just shonen, but with a slightly different focus. This will be the Yeet 1.0. I believe it's soccer, if I remember seeing the previews correctly. Alright, we got Yeet 1.0 and Yeet 2.0. Now we gotta spend a lot of money. 12, 13, 13, 14. So you can feasibly afford 2. But only... yeah, Plains of Hoshido. Oof, actually, level 10's good. We don't want to get too high level. We are getting to the point where we could start promoting people, though, because we're getting around that level. You were with Azama. Listen, don't get me started talking about bridge stuff on YouTube. I watched a ton of them. 50% off was real good, though. Alright, I think I will have you two... I probably could have you reach... Actually, I'll have Hayato grab that one, because he can grab it and fly back the easiest. And I just have to hope. I have no idea yet, so I'm open up to any suggestions. That's incredible. Because we have all these characters, and then Ryoma still coming. Azura, just... I don't have a partner in mind for her currently. Because right now we are just support grinding. Sakura Kiden could be pretty good, actually. We will pick this up because they put it in the most inconvenient place. Strategist, I think, gives you rally resistance? Oh, inspiration, yeah. I was thinking of the specific rally skill, which I actually don't remember if they get one. Yeah, inspiration is cracked. Much like in D&D. Alright, these are all ranged fighters, so... Yeet the mallet. And switch for the javelin. I used to be, and then I got my brother hooked on DMing. So, I am currently a forever DM, but, because my brother did just have his kid, so he hasn't really had time to, you know, plan for D&D and things like that. He had a second kid. That is true. We could do Hana Ryoma for, Shiro Soul. At the moment, I DM for 2 separate campaigns, so one in IRL and one on online. Online group D&D pretty fun. I could do quite a bit with who I have left, I think, actually. Because I think I might do Felicia and Hayato, because I think that would be funny. Yeah, Fire Emblem, honestly not a bad replacement for D&D if you can't get one or the other. I say as someone who has a heavy addiction to both. Yes, Pickle Man is mid. But also, so is Felicia, so... that one's gonna get me in trouble. Oh, I should drop my Discord link so people can join that. I should always remember to do that in the middle of streams and not at the end. Felicia is the pink-haired maid lady, yeah. Listen, if they gave you the Flame Shuriken and all the routes around at the same time, Felicia could be a monster. But they don't. Floor is such an interesting character that it's such a shame they don't really give her anything. That is true. Azura Stylus could be fun. Discord link has been dropped for anyone who doesn't already have it. And then we could get a decent support unit in Shigure and the funny haha unit with Silas's kid. Yeah, honestly, the 3DS FE Arrow kind of peak. For as much shit as I'll give Fates, it was a lot of fun to play.
Yep.
Yeah, Echoes is so good. We'll gamble with more Daikon radishes. Alright, now just don't get hit by 253s in a row. He did. Oh no, my 18th Daikon radish. I'll never financially recover from this. I should also remember what my food does. Daikon is that's right, that's why Daikon sucks. Resistance, not super important on specifically Birthright, because oh my god, the amount of units that have good resistance growth and terrible strength in this is insane. We can do Plains of Hoshido again. And we're losing we're losing a little bit of money on each of these, but it's fine. Alright. So we're on this side this time. Listen, give me enough time with the Fire Emblem modifier for the Game Boy games, and I will do it. I'll put Claude in every Fire Emblem game. You can't stop me. Alright. Fight. Fun fact, that's actually how I found out about Joe Zija, and now he's one of my favorite voice actors. Dude's just so cool and so chill. I also meant to give that to Kaze, but it's fine. And then his cover of God Shattering Star is so good. I don't remember who he collabed with it for, but it's peak. Alright. We will have you wait there, because you're still kind of squishy. Oh, they have the one range bow, huh? He didn't, okay. I should get her a better tome. We can trade her the Rat Man, because you will have Ferdinand from now on. Now we're giving her Rat Spirit because we're giving her Rat Man specifically, the peak version of Rat Spirit. Because look at this, you can't beat the Rat Man. Is that a hammer? Yeah. Oh yeah, for anyone who might be new, Ferdinand von Eyre is literally the name of me and Gord's dog. Ferdinand is my boy. Who was down here. I think he moved upstairs to be warmer. His full government name is Ferdinand von Eyre, which should tell you my level of commitment to the bit. 16. So without the res boost from another one of these guys, she might be able to one-shot? That gets into 6. One shy. Ah. So close. The Rat Man. And then we will rip a Ferdinand. If we can get a Dragon Fang pop on this, that'd be nice. Nah. Right, we get some more Daikon. Man, if only there was a way to trade for food. Alright, for this... He really is. He's just peak character making. Yeah, you know what? From now on, we're Daikon maxing. We're gonna make the Daikon build. I keep getting jump scared by the lack of pants in this game. I don't think there's anything in the accessory shop that can... Actually, I think there might be. Yeah, we can Daikon max. What is it? Daikon maxing. It doesn't help that much, actually. Lion Shield definitely wouldn't. Damn. We almost made it. It's only for the weird hot spring that I'm never going to use. Oops, that's difficulty. That's skill. Plains of Hoshido. I forgot to check if we could boost our supports. We can do that here, though, right? Yes. Honestly relatable. Letting your legs fall asleep is one of my worst traits in this chair. I do like that Korin and Orochi support is just about learning about their mom. Sure would be weird if that was a romantic support in the male version. I'll stop roasting it one day. Maybe. Probably not, though. Alright. With any luck, I think we can get Hinoka Tsubaki to S. And Rinka Kaze to A this map. And then we can start actually doing the child paralogs, which are actually decently interesting. I don't remember Kildory's, but we'll see. That is true. The support iceberg can get pretty wild. It really is the best unintentional dating sim, because it didn't start that way, but oh boy has it become that with time.
Leave it to me.
Alright guys, save this date in your calendar as the day he finally got strength. Alright, that's a mage, so I don't want you tanking that to the face. You can tank that to the face though. Or she'll go for Orochi, that's also fine. We'll get you over here. We'll keep raising the katana rank. I thought I was cooking. I thought I fixed the lack of pants problem. I did not. So we can go here, and if he attacks Hayato, sure. Yeah, unfortunately, as far as I remember, there are no mounted Nor units with pants. Other than Perry. Which is good for Perry. Shame for everyone else. Yeah, Perry actually gets pants. Until she promotes to a paladin.
Guess I did it right.
Not what I was hoping for, but I will take it. Honestly, they might not even be able to break 16 res. Oh, barely with Thunder. And then he immediately blocked his buddy. Alright, so we will give you the boss, actually, to try and get you as much experience as possible. Because I'd like to see Kaze work. Oh, I'm a bad person to distract yourself from playing Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Because I will just encourage it. Do it. Do it. You can get to this one. I forgot. $1,000 golds. So I think we're net losing like 400 on each of these, but that's not the worst, honestly. We're getting support ranks, and I think after this one we'll be able to get Kildori.
Not strong enough.
We will see how strong her paralog is for this point in the game, though. So maybe be prepared for me to lose a unit or two. Because I don't fully remember how the kids level scale, but I know some of their maps are kind of brutal. Alright, you won't double, but you do one round. This is what she can do to a unit who doesn't have res.
Fortune favors me.
Iron Man shows up when our unit perishes to take them out of here.
Welcome.
Alright, what do we got for the lottery? Just coral.
Thank.
Oh,
Don't worry, guys. We're not running out of Daikons anytime soon. Have some glasses. I actually don't know if I can do Amiibo on this, because I don't have anything my computer... I mean, my definitely normal 3DS could read them with. After losing a unit, mostly just my willpower. I think you can get weapons if you can get one of the gold things. Usually the good ones are like the steel and the silver. So in my opinion, it's usually best to get the silver ones, or the silver ball, because you get the iron weapons, which... I mean, sure, you could sell the silver weapons for free money, but usually by the time you can get them, you're in the late game. No, that's fair. For most of my casual playthroughs, I don't do Ironmans too often, or if I do, I'll Iron Man until a unit of mine I actually love perishes. But for stream, I figure it's more interesting to watch me suffer. Man, please don't say a battle of potency. Hey, thank you for the 2 boos, Jack Barn. Be very kind of you. Hell yeah. Ferdinand was always my best unit for just the general tournaments, because I raised almost all of his melee weapon ranks, so axes, swords, and lances. Just because I wanted him to be... kind of have an answer for anything. When I first played Black Eagles, because I didn't realize they don't have a lot of... That's not the one I wanted to do. We're going to skip the dialogue to not spoil nothing. We're going to skip that cutscene to not spoil nothing. We're going to skip this to not... Yeah, for pretty much everyone, there's no point in not having a bow for your melee units. And your mages... After a certain point, you just kind of don't need to give them melee weapons anymore. When they have 40 spells available to them. That's an exaggeration, but only barely with Lysithea. Alright, pair up, pair up, pair up. Yeah, the fact that Curve Shot was a D rank combat art is insane. It's so good. Alright, we will make a nice murder pocket. That's a lot more damage than I was expecting to take from these guys. But then again, this is Kaze's defense. Alright, so we will switch. Hit him with the Rat Man. Yeah, it's not something the game ever expressly tells you. I mostly noticed it because it was a third option for think it was like move, or what is it? Move, switch, or pair up. And then I tried it on a whim one day, and I'm like, oh, that's broken. We're gonna hit him with a bowl. Is Azama also Matthew Mercer?
Sorry.
I'm 90% sure that's Matt. The Mercer reign continues. Oh, that's a Worm Slayer. Oh, no, that's a Beast Killer. That's actually not that threatening. I don't know if you can get much twinkier than Crom, but it's terrifying to think about. He's the twinkiest twunk to ever twunk. He is peak himbo. I do love Crom. That's my boy. I give him a lot of shit, but that's mostly just because I would kill for him. I also don't know why I'm worried about one of them potentially hitting one of my weaker units when most of my units have like a 5-level lead on these guys. So I don't need to think that hard. Ooh, Dragon Fang Pop for 44 just feels good. Then we can have him heal her up. And we can have you get him, and you will get him. Alright, she's finally at D rank lances. Or D rank sword, sorry. She starts at C rank lances. This is originally on the 3DS. If you're looking for a way to play it maybe a little extra legally, there's a program called Citra Nightly that runs it really well. Ah, oh, we did not get it. Alright. Kaze, it's because you're pretty. You have the pretty privilege. I'm not a good man, but I cannot tell you more, for I must mysteriously leave. God, I love Zama. God, he's so peak. I just love casually rude characters in games. Alright. I think we got time for one more. Damn, I was hoping that was... the last little bit I'd need. That's you know what? We could double down on the daikon. Or we could go for fish. Honestly, the ninja was kind of cooking. Twice on a night's not bad.
Flawless.
Actually, there is something I wanted to do because Azama being a mage has made this or being a pure healer has made this extremely difficult. I think we're gonna burn our first Master Seal, and we're gonna make him look at that strength. This man is a pure healer, and he gets a 22 strength. I think he has one of the best strength growths in all of Birthright. Is the funniest bit. "17 defense, 13 resistance, 32 health, 22 strength, and 19 speed. Azama's a threat. We're gonna give him the pokey stick. Yeah. 28 damage off, or 28 attack off the bat. Yeah, this is a forged weapon, but still. Shame his personal will never happen now. Plains of Hoshido. I probably also could have gone for some lower tier ones, but I wanted to get a little bit of experience during this, so we could get a couple of levels out of it for some of them. Inventory. We will trade that for an iron katana. And then you gonna give Saizo his sword. Actually, Saizo can just take his sword back. Save just in case something goes wrong, mostly just if it crashes, but that's fine. Archer, nothing to worry about there. Oh, I actually think we're one map away from being able to promote a bunch of people thanks to Master Seals finally being in the shop again. So we'll go from, I think, being able to promote 3 to 5 or 6. Or sorry, 4 to 6 or 7, I should say. Because we did just promote Azama.
A good effort.
We'll just need the money for it, which, problems for later. Alright, good. You... Actually, no. We'll let you two do this one. Just because I want you guys, number 1, building support, and number 2, I wouldn't mind Korn getting to 15. Highly unlikely with these guys' levels, but it's fine. And then we'll let you guys just deal with the rest of them. Iron Club and weights. Oh, I should have switched to size, but it's fine. Yeah, you wouldn't have gained much more experience anyway. Hey, we finally got the S rank. This is Fates. They don't have a Fire Emblem Fates tag for some reason on TikTok, so I work with what I got. Um, I personally think Three Houses beats Fate in just about every category, but that's not saying much. Because while the gameplay of Fates is excellent, Engage's gameplay is probably top one in my opinion of the franchise. It's incredible. And then everything else is probably my bottom 5 for both of them. How do you... The 3D effects... Yeah, low... I think Engage Hard Mode is very good in terms of difficulty. Engage Normal Mode was very easy for the one playthrough I did of it. Oh, my bad. That was for Three Houses. Three Houses clears in every respect. My personal pick for the best one is Path of Radiance. It's a little bit of bias and nostalgia picking, but also I think it's just a good balance of gameplay. The story is the best in the franchise. I'll fight anyone on that. And I just love it a lot. And also it has the best cast of side characters. Because good lord, did it actually let its side characters do things? Jill's growth through that game, perfection. And now we're throwing kids into baby dimensions, by the way. Sacred Stones does have Lee on it. Okay, so we have chucked our first child into the baby dimension.
Well,
But not our last.
well,
Have some glasses. Everyone's just passing the glasses around.
like,
Leon is pretty good. It's just a shame he's technically dead for the entire game. I would have loved to learn more about Leon as a character. It's going to be so good. I'm so excited for more people to get to play it. But we have also been going for about 2 hours, and I accomplished the main goal I wanted for now, which is... Oh, we can get the support while I'm wrapping up. Getting at least one S support so we can do a paralogue, pick up a new kid, maybe another kid after that, and then continue on with the story. God, I wish more people did dislike Broccoli. It would make for more interesting dynamics. I say that sounding really mean to Broccoli the vegetable. I like Broccoli the vegetable. I mean specifically this broccoli. This one right here. But for next stream, I don't think I actually have too much grinding to do because number one, we're at a pretty good level. We get to do Paralogue 13, which is getting Caldori, who is definitely not Cordelia. We might go to Cheve next after that and get Ryoma and Scarlet. I definitely did remember her name. She's a very pivotal character, Trust. And then probably do another paralogue after that, and we will see where we are for time after that. But thank you for everyone for stopped in. Hope you all have a wonderful time. I'll try and post a stream schedule on Monday again, like I usually do. But if I don't, maybe just check the page Tuesday. I stream a lot on Tuesdays, and I should be there for Final Fantasy Tactics next week. Hey, thank you for the follow, Lance. They're very kind. Or I also try and update my Discord, which I will drop another link to in case anyone didn't get the first one. I'll try to let them know as much in advance as I personally figure it out. Because I mostly just do streaming around my work schedule. So we'll see. Been a busy month for me. But thank you everyone for hung out. Everyone who chatted, followed. I appreciate all y'all so much. Hope you all have a wonderful night.